Hello and welcome to this Week 1 edition of GameTimePA-TV. I'm your host, John Buffone, and throughout this episode we'll be checking in with all of our GameTimePA reporters to break down the most interesting matchups in their region. Let's start right here in Lancaster, where one of the premier matchups of the week is Redland at Cocalico. Redland is coming off a monumental upset win over perennial powerhouse Bishop McDevitt on opening weekend, which means one of two things for the Patriots. Either they can ride their newfound momentum to continued success this weekend, or they can set themselves up for an emotional letdown this week. As for Cocalico, they have plenty of motivation as they try to start their bounce-back season off with a win. Under center and controlling the Eagles' Veer offense will be senior quarterback Brady Sawyer. Although this is Sawyer's first season as the full-time starter, he has seen sporadic action the last two seasons, including playing a key role in 2014 when the Eagles made the District 3 championship game. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. in Denver. Now let's see what's going on in the rest of South Central PA.
This is Matt Alabone with the Evening Sun in Hanover. Our game of the week is Gettysburg at Southwestern on Friday night at 7. The two teams traditionally play each other week 1. Southwestern won last year 38-13. Big storyline this year is the return of Southwestern running back and Division I prospect Drew Hartlob. He tore his ACL in the season opener against the Warriors last year. So this will be the first time he's been on the field since then. Some other things to watch for the Mustangs made the District 3 playoffs last season. They've got some guys to replace, including quarterback Brock Diamond. So the new starters are going to be either senior Nate Van Campen or junior Sean Wolf. And for the Warriors, they are coming off a disappointing 1-9 season. They made the playoffs 2 years ago, so they're looking to get back and be a contender in Division II again.
Hey, we're back. I'm Lizzie Arbogast with GameTimePA Franklin Fulton, and it is week 1 of the football season. Our game of the week this week is, of course, Greencastle Antrim at Chambersburg. That'll be at Trojan Stadium at 7 p.m., and we're ready to see what the Trojans are going to be made of this year. Greencastle might be a little bit down this year. They only have one returning starter, a brand new quarterback, so a lot of unknowns for the Blue Devils, and I really think that Chambersburg as well, with a lot of questions, really needs to come out of the gate on fire. They have a lot to play for. If they can get off to a strong start this season, I really think that it could propel them to a successful year this year. They're just going to need to key in on making sure that their offense is working the way that they want it to, and hope that the Blue Devil defense doesn't take them down.
I'm Zach Miller from GameTimePA's York Adams section, and our game of the week is West York at Central York. Central York's debuting a new coach, Josh Charleswell, taking over for Brad Livingston. West York, coming off a 5-5 season, looking to get back in the groove of trying to compete for Division II title.
Out here in Lebanon, Week 1 brings us our first full slate of football matchups, and annually one of the most looked forward to games of the year. Pat, this year the 45th edition of the Cedar Bowl,
Sure.
Cedar Crest at Lebanon, although there are some differences for the Cedars at home.
Yes, they've put away the air raid offense this year, junked that in favor of the short pistol. They'll have a different look. Cody Kissinger moving out to wide receiver, and new quarterback running the new short pistol system. So it'll be interesting to see how that gets off the ground in the Cedar Bowl.
Meanwhile, Cedar Crest changes as well. They're dropping down to Section 2, and also their line is going to drop down a size. A lot of linemen have graduated, but senior running back Justice Bellman is back, along with sophomore quarterback Logan Horn and a good back seven. So we'll see how some of those questions elsewhere are finally answered. Cedar Bowl just days away. We'll send it back to John in Lancaster.
Well, that about wraps up this episode of GameTimePA-TV. Thank you for tuning in. For updates on all your favorite games, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, enjoy the games this weekend.